Avery Grambs knew the value of $1. She had to. Living with her half-sister and her struggling mom meant penny pinching was a way of life. Forget designer clothes. Avery was the queen of thrift store finds and DIY fashion. Her culinary skills peaked at ramen noodle variations. College seemed like a distant dream, a luxury for kids with trust funds, not girls who worked weekends at the local diner. One day, a sleek black car pulled up to their rundown apartment building. A stern-faced lawyer stepped out holding a silver envelope. It was for Avery. Her heart pounded. A parking ticket? Eviction notice? Nothing could have prepared her for what it actually was. A summons to the reading of Tobias Hawthorne's will. Tobias Hawthorne, a billionaire Avery had never even heard of. The lawyer's words echoed in her ears. Tobias Hawthorne was dead, and Avery inexplicably was his primary beneficiary. The inheritance? A billion-dollar fortune, a sprawling mansion, and a collection of luxury cars that would make a car enthusiast drool. The catch? Avery had to move into Hawthorne House and solve a series of puzzles and riddles hidden throughout the estate. The room, filled with Hawthorne's disgruntled family members, buzzed with confusion and anger. Who was this nobody girl? Why her? Accusatory eyes pierced Avery. Whispers of gold digger and fraud filled the air. Avery felt like she'd stumbled into a scene from a bad soap opera. Except, this was her life now. Billionaire's mystery heir. It sounded like a joke, a cruel, confusing joke. Hawthorne House wasn't a house, it was a palace. Towers stretched skyward, secret gardens whispered with the wind, and the library could rival a national archive. But the opulence couldn't mask the underlying tension. The Hawthorne family, disinherited and furious, watched Avery's every move. They whispered in corners, plotted in hushed tones. Avery was an intruder in their world, a puzzle piece that didn't fit. Tobias's will was a labyrinth of riddles and stipulations. Avery had to live in the house for a year, solve the puzzles he'd left behind, and only then would the inheritance be hers. Failure meant losing everything, but someone, it seemed, didn't want her to succeed. Strange accidents happened, threats were issued. Avery was in a race against time, not just to solve the mystery of her inheritance but to survive it. The enigmatic Hawthorne family. There was Jameson, the eldest grandson, brooding and brilliant, with a sharp tongue and even sharper mind. Then there was Nash, the charming and enigmatic artist, whose eyes held secrets. And Grayson, the responsible lawyer, torn between his family and his sense of fairness. Each Hawthorne had their own agenda, their own suspicions about Avery. As days turned into weeks, Avery realized the Hawthorne family was as much a puzzle as the riddles scattered throughout the house. Why had Tobias chosen her? What secrets were they hiding? Avery found herself drawn into their world, a world of wealth and privilege, of hidden agendas and dangerous truths. She had to decipher who to trust, who to suspect, all while navigating the treacherous waters of her newfound family. A mansion of riddles and secrets. Clues were hidden in plain sight, woven into the very fabric of Hawthorne House. A coded message in a grandfather clock, a hidden room behind a bookshelf, a cryptic poem etched into the stained glass window. Tobias Hawthorne was a master of puzzles, and he'd turned his home into the ultimate escape room. Avery threw herself into unraveling his secrets. She spent hours in the library poring over old books and dusty journals. She explored every nook and cranny of the mansion, searching for clues. With each solved puzzle, she felt a surge of accomplishment, a sense that she was one step closer to understanding the man who'd changed her life. But danger lurked around every corner. A near-fatal accident in the stables. A threatening note slipped under her door. Someone was determined to scare her off, to keep her from inheriting the fortune. But why? What were they so afraid of? The more Avery learned, the more she realized she was caught in a dangerous game, a game with stakes higher than she could have imagined.